Inniswil Ministries International presents Midweek Message. Hi, family. Well, family, this isn't a message. This is a bit of a rant. So you might want to turn it off here. So, in 1955, a 14-year-old boy that was visiting his family in Mississippi from Chicago went to the store with his cousins. So a Karen accuses him of whistling at her, and later, when it came time for court, said he touched her arm and tried to put his arm around her waist. So Karen goes home, tells her husband, and her husband and his cousin go and snatch him. And I'm sure they're not alone. There are other people involved in this case that are probably still alive. And you may escape justice here, but God has something for you, let me tell you. So they gather a bunch of people and they snatch Emmitt out of the house, and they beat him, they torture him, they attach him to a cotton gin and throw him in the water. So Emmitt's missing for a couple of days, and a kidnapping warrant goes out. And this Karen's name is on it. I won't speak her name. This Karen's name was on it. So that was in 1955. In 1956, those two animals were tried and found not guilty, surprise, surprise, by a jury of their peers. In the same year, they do an interview for a magazine called Look, I think, in which they admitted that they did it and exactly what they did. So, in 2004, the Bush administration Justice Department, I believe, reopened the case. It was later closed in 2007. In 2017, the Trump administration reopens it based on a book that was written where the Karen recanted what she said in court. It was later closed in 2021 by the Biden administration because Karen said, "Oh no, I didn't say that." Okay. So that was 2021. Now, I want to put that over there for a second. In 2020, when the whole world was closed down, racial crimes, racial hatred crimes were like the dominant crime. Like religion, like Jews and Muslims, gender, like male, female, gay, straight, LGBT, none of those, all of those together still were like half of what the race crimes were. Okay, so now let's break it down by race. There were about 2,871 crimes against Black people in 2020 when the world was shut down. All of the other races combined made up 1,654 combined. The next closest to Black people was white folks at 869. So, with such a high number of crimes, you would think that there would be some type of legislation, some type of outrage about why are black people, even a study about why black people are being victims of race crimes in America. No. What happened was Asians who were about 150 maybe race crimes against Asians in 1999, it grew to like 270. And oh my gosh, there's an increase in hate crimes against Asians. Stop Asian hate. We need legislation. Where's our legislation? So let's fast forward to 2023. And the Biden administration wants to put up 2 monuments to Emmitt Till and his mother. And two monuments, one in 2 different states. I don't know what states they are. No. Like, how dare you even fix your mouth to say it? You couldn't bring justice to this family who has suffered all this time. You couldn't bring justice to this black community as a whole, who continues to be victims of racial crime, and you want to put up a monument? No. And family, as Christians, we need to say no, because this is not just Emmitt Till, it's his mother, Emmitt and his mom. No, because what they're doing is putting up monuments to their pagan gods on the blood of our children, on the blood of Emmitt Till and his mom. There are monuments to Emmitt Till. We don't need you to make monuments. We don't need you to even fix your face to say his name. How dare you, when you couldn't even pretend to make a case against perpetrators who were still alive at the time. The Karen has since died. She's rotting and she was unrepentant, and she's rotting in hell with her husband and his cousin. Family, I will do a collage of pictures of mother goddess worship. And what they do is it'll be a feminine figure with a child. Sometimes it's an infant, sometimes it's a toddler, sometimes it's like an older child. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to put their idols where we are. No, you're not going to use the blood of our people for anything else. No. And we don't agree with idol worship. And family, everywhere the children of Israel fell into idol worship, especially that mother goddess, things failed. Their crops failed. Everything went wrong because God was like, wipe my hands of you. And so, no. And join us again next time when In His World Ministries International presents Midweek Message. Until then, bye.